Joined here in Canada for 35 laps around here. This is going to be fun. I think we're going to see some absolute epic racing. And as always, every second week, I'm joined here by my main man, Evil Blade. Thank you very much for joining me, Evil.
How's it going, everybody?
Look, guys, again, it's one of those things. Unfortunately, there is still no formation lap. So just be careful on lap 1. People may have missed the memo. I don't know why they would have missed the memo going into lap 3. But, you know, it happens. We can get there. We digress. We move on. Going into this race, we have a very interesting scenario between the two lead drivers. As you can see there on stream, we have Car Gamer and Annie Hannafan currently both tied for that P1 position after Annie Hannafan has had 2 second place finishes. Car Gamer has had a third place position and a first place position after 2 races. So that's put them neck and neck in 55 points each. And going into Canada, it's anyone's game. That said, I'm putting my money on to Car Gamer to put it on top for tonight. What about you, Blade? What are you seeing here?
I'm going to go with Andy to put it on top.
You reckon Andy?
I reckon Andy's got it.
Okay. Andy Hannafan on top for the P1. So it's going to be very interesting. Whichever way we go about it, I think it's going to be a neck and neck battle between Car Gamer and Andy Hannafan throughout the entire season. These rivalries are starting to form. Seeing it now after 2 laps with these two. Very clean, respectful driving between both of them too. Very clean overtakes. Not going for silly little moves. Biding their time and just picking their moment perfectly for that overtake. And I think that's what we're going to be expecting to see for the next few, at least for this whole season, I'm going to say.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a very good battle to watch.
Agreed. Now we have RB McFlurry, first one out on track, on cold tyres, no rubber down on the track. This is going to be an interesting lap from him. See where he can put it. So currently going through the first sector, nice and smooth. Coming out of turns 3, heading into turn 4. Could be one too early there. Does he invalidate? Let's have a look. Let's bring up the lap data and the track map. He hasn't invalidated. So that's always a good thing. So out in the softs currently. Puts it right up against the wall too. He's gone out very wide there. Cutting into this little chicane here. This is always the chicane that I find to be the hardest. I'm not going to lie. It's Gumbo Kebab is out. Did you happen to see what happened there, Blade?
I didn't. I caught it right at the end of it. Is it the Wall of Champions, what?
It hit the Wall of Champions. There you go, guys. It gets the best of us.
Yeah,
it really does.
I know when
So
I was doing
like
CT today, I was consistently tapping the back of the car onto that wall.
Yeah, the back of the car, tap the wall.
Oh. There's a straight wheel.
And there's his tyre sitting there, right there. So,
wow, 111.
RB McFlurry sets a decent time with a 111. Yeah,
Kano's up next.
Decent time.
From the last corner now.
So first time chat, VSPXMM Ing. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name there. Jack Sully is the underdog. Look, I fully agree, mate. I've said this before. Jack Sully for me is one of my underdogs. Both himself and his teammate Henchman, I think, can get up there. It's going to be interesting to see those boys fight. So Kano moves into P2 with a 1:12.573. Currently have Car Gamer coming around to the final sector there. It just goes through the wall.
Yeah.
Whew. That was close.
1:12.516. The dollar behind him with the 13.0.
So there's not a lot of time. J-Rocket puts it on top. So 9/100ths of a second.
We've got Jack
in
Sully.
front.
I was going to spin.
So who we got coming around next?
Rapid
Looks like
Daff.
we are going to have... Is that Sissy? No,
No,
you're right.
I believe it's
It
Rapid
is-
Daff. Coming around the last chicane with a purple second sector. That's a little off-putting in this game, though.
Where are you looking? Oh, here we go. We've got Rapid Daff. Yep, I see him now. Sorry.
That's all good.
Shoes Louise. Now coming through the last chicane. That's where I got a bit muddled up there.
That was a nice exit to the chicane there.
Very nice.
What's he
Very,
gonna
very
do?
clean, smooth.
Oh, wow.
Puts it on top with
Oh,
a
my
1:11.0. 9/10 in front of J Rocket.
There's a big
That is a
kerfuffle
very
down at the
clean
chicane.
lap. Ooh, it looks like we're starting to see a bit of traffic too, eh?
Yep.
So we've got defeated Damo just about to come through the final chicane now. He's gone into the pits. Jack Sully and Henchman. I wonder if there's going to be team orders, but Jack Sully has invalidated.
Piastri's invalidated as well. The next person on the lap is Sissy.
So Sissy's currently just starting his lap. Andy Hannafan is on a lap at the moment. Just started his. So I'm going to be interested to see where he can put this, because, dude, that Rapid Daff, that is a quick time.
It is.
So Gumbo has said, awesome stuff, lads. I'll stay out of trouble after he wins his car on the Wall of Champions. So Andy Hannafan currently sets the first sector. Second sector is going to be the most important one to see if he can keep on top of Rapid Daff. Gets Jack Sully out of the way.
Who
Goes past.
is also
Let's
on
see
the
how he
lap.
takes this final hairpin.
That's.
No, Jack Sully's on a cooldown.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fair enough. My mistake.
His DRS. Let's see how he takes this final chicane here.
Wow.
I don't know how that didn't invalidate, to be honest, but that was fast.
That was quick through. Oh my god.
Puts it to P1 with a 1:10.6, 4/10 ahead of Rapid Daff. That is a blistering lap there. We've got a Aston Martin around as Andy comes through. I'm wondering if that is the old War.
No, that was Rapid Daff.
Yeah, there you go. No, mate. Not all drivers have to stream. If they want to stream, they can. It's basically to use as any evidence if there's a report that they need to put in. Otherwise, they can clip it mid-race using their Xbox button or whatever they do to clip it. But yeah, no. Sweaty boys, Gumbo. Absolutely. Andy Hannafan. That is a blistering lap from him. Rapid Daff as well. That is still a bloody good lap. I think they're in a league of their own, these two here.
Today they are. That's,
Yeah.
well, car game at 1:12.5 versus Andy Hannafan. It's almost 2 seconds quicker.
Yeah. A bit taken aback by that. You know, I think I've been putting my money onto the wrong one here.
Alright, car game is starting another lap. Hopefully nobody gets in his way.
So currently, as it stands, we've got Andy Hannafan in P1, Rapid Daff P2, J Rocket P3, RB McFlurry, who set a very good lap for an opening lap with a 1:11.9. Car Gamer seems to be struggling a little bit with a 1:12.5. Kano with a 1:12.5. 6 runs in 7th place for the Ferrari as a reserve with a 1:12.8. Rapid Vajala with a 1:13. So this is where we start to come into the times that are a bit... How you going? Defeated Damo with a 1:13. Jack Sully he definitely had an issue. He's on a 1:36. And then the rest of the field from P11 through to P18 are yet to set a time.
Yeah, well, car game is just coming down the back straight now. So far, he's up 0.8 of a second. Looking to improve. That's
nice and clean.
Yes.
Puts him into P3.
Now, I will say this:
Still 8/10.
qualifying does not determine the race order. This is just one lap pace. You know, one lap pace, and rubbish racecraft, but it's still a quick lap.
Absolutely agree. So Henchman's currently on his lap now, so I'm going to pick up with him where he is. He's invalidated, so let's not worry about that. Jack Sully is on an outlap. Is on a fast lap now.
We've also got Cubistic on the lap.
Cubistic. So he is another reserve driver here tonight. So Cubistic, from what I know, is also quite quick. We've just got reports that there is rain in 10 to 15 minutes. So that's going to be okay because there's only 8 minutes left in the session, so I don't think we're going to see rain.
Could we see rain tomorrow?
No, mate, no prize money. This is just a fun, competitive league. We don't race for prizes or anything like that. I mean, we do race. There is a prize up for grab at the end. Last season was a $50 gift card for Xbox, which both drivers champions from both tiers won that one. So this season will be, I think, something similar. I'm not too sure yet. But we'll see. So Cubistic Flunky goes into the pits, abandons his lap. And Jack Sully, unfortunately, have missed his lap, but he goes into P4, so he's definitely put it up there.
Oh, and Sissy's just run into the wall of champions, taking off his wing.
So that's not good for him. He's invalidated the lap too. So still, guys, we've got from P13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18 all yet to set laps, as Henchman also abandoned his lap. So 12 to 18 all yet to set laps, I should say. So we've got a J Rocket is apparently looks like he's about to start a lap. So he's got 44% ERS.
I think he's doing the second lap actually. He's done the
looks like it.
Yep,
that is pitting. Yep. So Funky has retired without even setting a lap.
Wants to make it hard for himself.
We're going for
driver of the day, huh?
Must be going for driver of the day. Fair enough. Look, you do you, boo. You do you.
That's it. We're still waiting for Coco machine stroke.
Rapid Daff currently on his fast lap now. Henchman is on an outlap. So do you want to let me know when he's about to cross the line for a fast lap? Actually, I think it's now.
It is. He's just going through the final chicane now.
Yep. Cool. So we're going to ride on board with Henchman here. See how he pulls it through for his outlap. He's only got 5 minutes and 40 seconds left of the qualifying session. He's got a lot of time to make up. And Henchman is another dark horse for us this season. He's been called it by a number of drivers.
Absolutely.
Looks like the Mercedes boys are struggling a little bit. P9 and P11. Piastri's done 2 laps on his softs.
I haven't even got that up.
Henchman invalidates.
Oh, NG. Actually, he did this last week at Spain.
Yeah, he did. Came out and put a blinder of a lap in right at the end.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he didn't. He put it in P17, didn't he?
Yeah, he was in 17th, yeah.
Yeah.
He just couldn't complete a lap properly.
Henchman also looking to do it the hard way. So 6 runs currently out on a lap as well. The reserve driver for the Ferrari here tonight. Currently on a 1:12.8.11. So not too bad. Still a little bit off the pace as we've got Andy Hannafin in the 110s. The only driver to put it up there in the 110s currently. So let's see where 6 runs puts it. He had a bit of a rough race last week, I want to say. Debut race for him. And on lap 1, I think turn 3 has put into the wall. So track map is definitely up there. Sainter, I'm not sure why it's not showing.
Because your live stream points are still up.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sorry. I will remove those there currently. There we go. Sorry about that, Sainter.
It is equal performance cars, mate.
Yeah.
It
Peak
is.
performance cars, yeah.
6 runs moved up to 7th.
So P7 for 6 runs. So Kano currently on a lap as well, has invalidated. Moving down to Rapid Pajala, still in the pits. SFR Piastri in the pits. Tavita Damon in the pits. Henchman in the pits. Sissy is currently on an out lap, looking to try and better his lap because he hasn't had much fun around here either. Stroker Ace currently in P16, still yet to set a lap. War Machine on an out lap, still yet to set a lap. Kirko in pits. Looks like he's just going to try and start from the back. I haven't seen him out on track at all.
He was out on track in the first bit. And I think he validated and went back into the pits.
Right. Okay. So we have Andy Hannafan, our Tier 1 Season 1 Drivers Champion. Was a reserve up until last week, has now been made a full-time driver, unfortunately because Zachary has, not unfortunately for him, I mean unfortunately because Zachary has had to step down due to internet issues. So one internet fixes itself and one internet drops down, which is unfortunate for Zachary. And look, we'll have him back as soon as his internet is fixed, and we can get him a spot to drive. But that puts Andy back into the Ferrari for the 3rd season running. And this guy, he loves his red. He loves his prancing pony. And I think this season could be another very strong season for him. I mean, currently tied first place with Car Gamer with 55 points. So I think it's going to be one of these.
Oh, big accident there.
Yeah, between...
Had Jack Sully and I think War Machine. I just caught the end of it, unfortunately. I'm not sure who was at fault though.
Here we go. So Andy Hannafan's going to come around to the positions now. If the cars are still there. Looks like it. One car.
Yeah, it was a big accident
on the wall there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure who did what.
Yeah, look, Pajala, these things happen in league racing. Just put in your incident report, mate. We'll see. There's no need to bring it into the chat, bud.
Yeah.
So, Andy Hannafan, we're going to ride on board with him. He's currently being towed by his teammate 6 runs. 6 runs moves out of the way. Nice teamwork there by these two. Andy Hannafan goes into the nice apex, takes all the track that he can use. Hits the DRS button, opens up his wing now.
He's back down that first lap.
Has he backed out of the first lap, has he? Okay, so he's going to pit. Okay, he's going to go through. Doesn't invalidate. Uses all the track at the Wall of Champions, and very nicely done. Doesn't improve though, still at 110.668. Car Gamer has now put it onto P2 with a 111.026. Currently on an out lap, so about to start his lap 2. Currently 30 seconds left in the session. Will Car Gamer be able to get around? It looks like he will. Henchman now into P7, so he has now set a lap. Kirko did not want to set a lap by the looks of it. He's happy with P18. He wants to start down the back.
Sissy has also retired.
Piastri and defeated Dame are the 2 Mercedes boys currently sitting at 12 and 13. Pajala in P10, Kano P9, 6 runs P8, Henchman P7, McFlurry P6. Jack Sully, even though he has had an incident, is now into P5, so he's got a decent time there. But Car Gamer looking to really improve and try and get into the 110s, so he's going to be pushing hard, and he's invalidated. No, he hasn't. Right. And he puts it on, he improves his time, sets a 110.616 for pole position currently, and Car Gamer has backed out of his time, he must have been down. War Machine and Some Williams, we're both sitting in the middle of the track. I was 4 tenths up. Guys, just making sure that you report it in the stewards reports. Let's not bring it into the chat. leave chat for the people watching the race.
Yes,
And
please.
yourselves. Okay. War Machine, yeah, my bad. I got scared. I got scared myself by jumping on the brakes because of the wings. Yeah. Like I said, just put it into the chat, guys. Into the reserve reports. Thank you. So, guys, that puts an end of quali. So, Andy Hannafan P1 with the 110, 616. Car Gamer into P2 for the Red Bulls. Pajala driving backwards, doing some shows for it. Sorry, not Pajala, rather Daff. Doing some show ponying for us in the Aston Martin, going into third place. J Rockets for the Alfa Romeo Orland team is currently in P4. Jack Sully P5, Rafa Bajala P6, Avi McFlurry in the Haas in P7, the Henchman P8, so a lot better than what he managed to pull out last week with the P17, but you know he has a killer starts. 6 runs in P9, so let's see if he can have a better start as well to the race. Kano P10, Sissy P11, the two Mercedes boys in P12 and 13. And as a Mercedes driver myself, I really hope they can pull it out tonight because they haven't. I mean, Piastri is still yet to finish a race. Damo's finished in the points, got some decent points. Stroker in P14, Cubistic Flunky for some reason DNF'd him, retired in pits and went into P15.
And here we go. There are going to be a lot of penalties for this race. I was just checking the race directory. And, yeah, a lot of people are going to be getting warnings.
Yeah, look, I did some laps around here earlier just to try and see what the mediums can go if I really pushed them. And, I mean, I got to lap 15 and I could still go more. We had to start up the post-race lobby. Oh, sorry, the pre-race lobby. And I had 3 seconds of penalties in my opening 5 laps just because of turn 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, turn 4 and 5, I should say.
After the
downhill, the downhill chicane to the left.
That's
yeah,
horrible.
Oh, it's a rough one. It really is.
Yeah. And then here we go.
But here we go. So lights are on 3, 4, 5 lights. Currently dropping now, and it's away we. No.
What's going on here?
What's happening here? What has happened there?
Everybody's just. Oh my god. There is something weird afoot.
Sorry, I'm a bit taken aback by that. I'm going to watch chat. Can you keep an eye on chat there for us in Discord and see if anything pops off there?
Yep.
But currently, guys, as it stands now, we've got Andy Hannafan out in P1, Car Gamer out in P2, Rapid Daff in P3, Sissy all the way up until P5, P4. J Rockets has dropped into P5, Henchman has made up 2 positions to P8, 6 runs stays in P7, Gumbo Kebab moves up to P8, SFR Piastri and defeated Damo move from 9 and 10, Stroker Ace into P11, War Machine P12, Cubistic Funky P13, WRL Kirko goes to 14, Kano 15, Jack Sully 16, so he's dropped quite a fair way. RB McFlurry into P17 and Rapid Pajala. Now, guys, we've currently got a battle already ensuing here with Car Gamer and Sissy and Daff for Ps 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to bring up the telemetry and the lap data and the position changes. So the big movers from this one. Sissy up 7 spots, Gumbo Kebab up 8 spots, Kirko up 6 spots, Andy Hannafan sets the opening lap with a very nice pace. He's already got a 2.5 second gap to the drivers behind. He's quick. He is so quick. In a league of his own, this guy, he really is. You know,
he stepped himself up from last week.
Look, I mean, the thing is, like, when I announced that he'd be going to a full-time role, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to beat around the bush. The moment Zachary told me that he was stepping down and to find a driver to put into his place, Andy Hannafan was next in line, and For me personally, I just went, oh man. I mean, that's a position I'm never going to make up. So, but I'm ecstatic he's back driving for the league. He's been here since day one, race one for Wallaby Racing League, back in 2020. I want to say 2020, late 2020. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So Car Gamer still on the back of J Rocket currently, down 2 spots. J Rocket up 1 spot. And then we've got Sissy on the back of the henchman. Andy sets the fastest lap with a 1:14.182. Still yet drivers to catch him. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. DRS has been enabled now. Henchman now also on the back of Car Gamer. Already down to 56 ERS though. Car Gamer already at 70% and Sissy at 65. So Henchman needs to just sit back and manage his ERS a little bit there. Anything going off in chat?
No.
Oh, we've had a car around. Sissy has spun. Unfortunately for him, has dropped him down to P8, giving Piastri a free spot, Gumbo a free spot, and defeated Damo. Sissy has made up that spot on Piastri now.
He might have done a legal overtake, which is really, that's been happening a lot. Illegal overtake, get the car still ghosted, and you pass them cleanly on the track.
Yes,
it's very frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
And he's been turned around.
Oh, he's been turned around. Piastri looks like he may have tapped him up the rear there and sent him spinning. We'll have a look at that. There might be a report in. J Rocket's first time penalty. And the fourth, kind of surprised, to be honest.
It's actually very early.
So, yeah. So Andy Hannafan has already gapped the field by 2 seconds. That said though, Daff is slowly starting to pull that lead back. J Rockets has a 4-second gap to Rapid Daff in front, but Car Gamer still on the heels of J Rockets with Henchman joining that fight. Right on board with Henchman as we see if he can pull it closer. Piastri now the second driver to get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Kirko's in the pits for what I suspect would be a wing change.
So there we have it, Kirko in the pits for a wing change. So Henchman now outside of that 1 second DRS zone to Car Gamer ahead. We've got a battle at the back here with Piastri and Jack Sully. It looks like Piastri has dropped 2 positions here. So defeated Damo now in front of his teammate. Jack Sully now in front of Piastri. Jack Sully's going to want to have a recovery drive for the ages. He was up in P5, I think he qualified in, and dropped right down to P18, P17 when I looked after during lap 1. So hopefully, and Jack Sully just like that makes the move on defeated Damo, now takes P7. Defeated Damo also picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Jack Sully is on a recovery drive, like I said. We've got the 2 Mercedes boys fighting for a position here. Please don't take each other out, lads. We need points. So, already there's gaps between the entire field. 5 laps in, and the pace has been set. Oh, we've got Rapid Daff right up the back, and Hannafan gets the move done. Hannafan moves over. Just missed it, sorry guys. But I'm going to stick on board with this battle because I think Andy Hannafan can get this position back. Rapid Daff is a very, very fast driver. But if anyone can do it, it's Hannafan. I know he wants to put it onto P1 tonight. So just like that, it's already almost out of that DRS position, that DRS zone. Although luckily still keeps it inside, coming into the final DRS sector here. Gonna open up that wing, let him pull himself a little bit closer to Daff ahead. Looks like Daff has...
Sissy is retired.
Sissy is around and retired.
He's hit the World Champion.
So that brings out the safety car. And that is rough luck for the guys up ahead. Rapid Daff, Andy Hannafan, Jay Rocket, the likes of those lads. Unfortunately, they just missed the pit entry. We see SFR Piastri in 6 runs. Kano all into the pits now. Nobody else has pitted.
Looks like the baby coming to the last lap.
Okay. Yeah, looks like it too, actually. You're right. Stroke race now also into the pits. Ubisic Flunky, 5-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane. That is really going to hurt his race.
Yes, it is.
Here in Canada.
And a drive-through speeding.
For Cubistic as well.
Yeah,
McFlurry, drive-through penalty, speeding under the safety car. Turco, 5 seconds penalty, speeding in pit lane. Guys, we've got to slow down. Here we go, Daff into the pits. Andy stays out, drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. Rapid Daff. That can't be right. I have a feeling there's a lobby glitch. Can you just keep an eye on chat again for me? Because Daff came into the pits. He couldn't have been speeding under safety car.
There's nothing in the chat at the moment, mate.
Turco, 5-second time penalty, speeding, exceeding track limits.
He's gone over the white line.
Into pits or coming out of pits?
Coming out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it would have been coming out of the pits. If you cross that white line, it's a harsh penalty.
Yeah. Guys, if you are listening to the stream, and you believe that anything, if you get a penalty and you believe that it shouldn't have been a penalty, clip it, send it to the stewards. Unless it's served, we cannot do anything. I mean, sorry, if it is served, we can't do anything about that because you've already raced it on. We can't just guess where you would be. If you haven't served those penalties by the end of the race, then obviously if it is a mistake, we can remove those penalties.
That's correct.
So just definitely keep an eye on them. Yeah, it's a rough one.
Unfortunate one. But yeah. Only one person in the top 4 has pitted. 2 people in the top 10 have pitted. Looks like somebody else is just coming active.
Yeah.
I think Kofan just pitted to get out of the way of everybody.
Okay.
That was very nice of him.
So, just having a look at chat. Kano thinks he might have to retire the race. He's having a bit of interference with his game somehow. I'm not too sure. J Rocket's game crashed right on the start. That's why we saw J Rocket get that jump start.
He never got a jump start though.
Yeah, you know that. Did you see the car that started?
Yeah.
On the safe. Yeah, that was him. But no, he didn't get the pen for a jump start. But that's why we saw the car move. Is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. And then return into the reverse into the box.
Yeah. And then really out of it.
Yes. So. Jay Rockets behind Andy Hannafan on the hard tyres versus Andy Hannafan on the medium tyres.
No, they're both on hard.
Oh, okay. That's my fault. Andy, I should actually be looking at tyres. Sorry, guys. There we go. So Andy Hannafan, Jay Rockets, and the henchman all started on the hards. Currently 8 laps old. So these guys are in a very good position here, I would say. Rapid Daff gone onto the hards.
Yeah. I think at the start of this end of this safety car, Rapid Daff might have a little bit of a problem. It would be quicker to begin
Yeah.
with, though. But
Well, Daff is going to have to get. Oh, he's going to have to do a drive-through.
this is
Let's look at the penalties here. So yeah, we've got Daff for a drive-through, McFlurry drive-through, Kubistic drive-through, and then Kirko with 8 seconds of penalties. I believe Kubistic has 5 seconds worth of penalties. Kano 3 seconds, Defeated Damo 3 seconds, SFR Piastri 3 seconds, J Rockets 3 seconds. It's yeah, it's I don't know how this is going to end. I think all money is on Andy Hannafin going P1 for this, unless a mistake is made on his own part, which I don't see happening with his consistency. He's super quick, super consistent. He's on the money, isn't he? All the time.
All the time. I think
he puts in. The thing is, he puts in the hours.
He really does.
There's a lot of drivers in here that don't get. I mean, a lot of drivers in here have kids, that sort of stuff. They don't get the time to put in the hours and that sort of stuff. But Andy, he could be out partying and having fun and whatnot. But he puts in the hours here, and the commitment he has to Formula 1 league racing is second to none.
It really is.
And
I think
if there's anyone that deserves it,
it's him as well.
It is. No, and Rapid. He races. I think he races in Rapid.
He was. I don't know if he.
I know he used to. Yeah. So safety car in this lap. Let's jump on to our broadcast mode so we can get a look at the jump here and see how everybody goes. Still got J Rockets and Henchmen behind, all warming up their tyres still. Rapid Daff is going to want to get a fast couple of laps to try and get some time on these guys ahead, being on the fresher tyres.
And
still cold. And Henchman has made a jump. There we go. So they are off racing. J Rockets has already lost a bit of time to Andy Hannafin. We've got a Henchman around into the main. Oh, has he hit the wall of champions?
Has he been pushed? That's, yeah. I don't know.
So Jack Sully now gets Gumbo Kebab and moves up into P4. Still got J Rockets on the back of Andy, 6/10 behind currently. Kano 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limit. Kano has DNF. Stroker Ace 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. I mean, McFlurry is right on the back of Gumbo. But he's got a drive-through penalty to serve. So is he going to serve at this lap?
Well, you do have to serve the drive-through penalty within 3 laps. That is going to cripple a couple of races right now.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate.
So I'm on the back. I'm running on with McFlurry now because I'd like to see where he goes, what he does. He's holding up the drivers behind, so which is well within his rights. Already, he's using his ERS. I wouldn't be using it if you have to do a drive-through.
Maybe he's not back in yet.
It looks like he's going to battle. He does. Rapid Daff is now into the pits with his drive-through. So McFlurry stays out, goes up into P5. Car Gamer on the back of Jack Sully currently. This looks like it's going to be an interesting one. Henchman sets himself up with a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. He's not going to be a happy for that one.
Kano's just in chat. Yep, thank you. We're sorry if that affected anyone.
That's alright, mate. And SFR Piastri gets a move done. Undefeated Damo around the... Oh, and there's a crash between the two Mercedes boys! What has happened?
Oh, no.
Lads. I don't know what to say about that.
No.
I mean,
No words.
it is what it is. So I told him in the Mercedes chat, just race your own race, stay clean, and
They've had an accident.
I think there's going to be...
There's going to be some words said, I think, from you.
There's going to be some words said in that post-race briefing, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely.
My God. That's alright, Car Gamer still currently within the DRS zone of Jack Sully. But Jack Sully seems to have the better exit coming through the Wall of Champions. any other battles going ahead? Here we go. SFR Piastri has now retired in pits.
No, he hit the wall of champions.
No, he's hit the wall of champions. Okay, so he thought he was okay.
Safety car.
I would say he's had some damage. That brings out the safety.
RB McFlurry still got to drive through.
So he cannot serve it under this safety car. So RB McFlurry needs to set his drive-through penalty on pretty much the in-lap for the safety car. Otherwise, he will get disqualified.
Yes, he will.
But Daff already back up into P2. So 6 runs. He's having a much cleaner race for himself currently. Up into P6. You know, from his first race last week, DNFing on the first lap. You know, it's definitely a massive turnaround for him. He's going to be very happy about that. Car Gamer still in P4. He's the guy I had my money on. Andy Hannafan though, now looking like he's in the pits.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
First stop for Andy Hannafan.
J Rockets also goes into the pits too. So these two are going to have a battle to the end, I believe. Although J Rockets, he's quick. Just don't think he can keep it up there with him, with the likes of Andy. So both of them going onto the mediums.
Don't know if they'll be able to get to the end from here on the mediums.
They'll go 15 laps.
That puts them 5.
If you're good at time, yeah. If you're really good at time management though, you can probably push them at that extra 5 laps.
Yeah.
But I think they're hoping for a late safety car and
Looks like
go to
yeah.
go to the softs. Yeah, which I think is a good call.
Yes.
So defeated Damo is going to try and want to make some time back up. He's on 1 lap on softs now, so he's going to try and really push it in there. After his incident with the teammate of his.
I mean, but you always say safety cars breed safety cars.
That's exactly right, isn't it?
Yep.
Is this safety car number 2?
This is safety
3?
car number 2.
2.
Yeah. We got a virtual before the actual safety car.
Yeah, got upgraded.
That's right.
Gumbo Kebab saying that McFlurry is glitching really bad. Okay.
I have noticed when I've been on with McFlurry, he has been glitching a fair bit.
I'll ride on board with him for a little bit, see what I can pick up. I'm not seeing anything. Yep. Tiny little glitches here and there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on it. So Kirko currently into the pits. But as it stands, every single driver that is on field right now, if they can finish, will get some points. So top 15 for Wallaby Racing get points. Yeah, I'll do that as well, Gumbo. I'll look from somebody else's point of view when someone gets behind him, but there's no one there at the moment. Stroker Race and Kirko in the pits.
Stroke's driven out without a wing. That was a bit of a
He's turned his wings off.
Yeah. Whoops.
So 15 laps into the race, 2 safety cars, 3 DNFs. What would you say is your biggest surprise currently?
My biggest surprise would be Rapid Daff sitting in 10th at the moment.
Yeah.
Just blind.
I think for me it's Hench. Struggled around here, I think.
Yes, he definitely has struggled a little bit. Yes. I guess what probably didn't help him was being turned around into the last safety car, or turning himself around. It's his uncharacteristic of French to turn himself around.
Lately it is, hey?
Yeah.
Lately, very much so. So it looks like unfortunately, we couldn't get Unique thrown into the race.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he didn't make it in time. He's had a few issues, I know that much. So we'll see him back next week.
Maybe if
he'll
he's
put in
up
some good
to
practice.
Maybe if he's up to it, get him in on Tuesday. If we have any not racing.
We don't allow people from the other leagues to race.
Oh.
No.
Fair enough.
So Sunday can't drive for Tuesday, Tuesday can't drive for Sunday.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. I suppose that's why we have reserves.
That's it. And obviously, we welcome back Rose to the Wallaby Racing League 2. She's trying her hand again at racing with us, if she can get some races in. But obviously, we welcome her back with open arms. Safety car in this lap. So we're going to ride on board with Car Gamer, who's currently sitting in P2, right behind Jack Sully on 8-lap-old tyres. Car Gamer is on the mediums, whereas Sully's 15-lap-old hard. So he
hasn't pitted yet. Same as Gumbo Kebab. They both haven't pitted yet.
That'll be one pit, because we're on lap 16. Oh, yeah. They would have pitted.
No, they haven't.
They haven't?
Nope.
Yeah, they have. Oh, no, they haven't. What the?
Couldn't have pitted yet.
Okay.
They've all started on the hard.
Yep, no, they haven't. Yep. So here we go. So they're off. Jack Sully didn't quite get the jump that he wanted on Car Gamer. I think Car Gamer anticipated it very nicely. Cubistic Flunky has been disqualified. Flurry has been disqualified for ignoring their drive-through penalties. Yep. I saw it coming.
Yeah.
Because they didn't pit within those first 3 laps, and then that safety car came out on the 3rd lap, they couldn't pit. You cannot serve a drive-through under a safety car.
That is
so the moment that safety car came in, that's their 3rd lap.
Yep.
So they needed to follow that car into the pits.
That is correct.
Unfortunately for them, they didn't do it. But Car Gamer, 5 tenths behind Jack Sully. Jack Sully's really putting it to Car Gamer here. Lord.
Rapid Daff has turned
car
around.
almost goes right up the back of Jack Sully. Rapid Daff turned around, did you say?
Yes, Rapid Daff has spun.
Andy Hannafan making the move on his teammate. The reserve 6 runs, gets the move done nicely down the back straight here. So he's now got to charge down for Jay Rockets ahead, because Jay Rockets, 6 runs, 3-second time penalty. But Jay Rockets has that 3-second time penalty to Andy in front, to Andy behind. So he is going to want to gap Andy by 3 seconds, and if he can pull it off, that is an absolute phenomenal drive.
Yep.
Cubistic in chat says, well, that's not ideal. No.
Definitely is not.
Man, we hate to see it, but look, if you're reserving, mate, we'll have you back anytime.
Absolutely.
I reckon there's going to be at least 1 reserve seat a week, so
At least.
we'll have you back whenever, my friend. Always welcome. So, any interesting battles? We've got War Machine. Let's go on board with War Machine for a little bit. War Machine currently sitting on the back of Gumbo Kebab. But War Machine is one of those drivers. Very nice.
It's a very smooth entry.
Easing off, yeah. But easing off the tyres into the pep in there instead of hard braking. It's really nice to see. But War Machine is one of those drivers that from Season 1 through to Season 2, oh boy, did we see some issues.
Yeah.
But this season, it's a whole different person.
It's a whole different person.
He's got some pace, he really does. And Gumbo Kebab right now, sitting, only 4 tenths ahead, is going to be sitting there going, please, not now. Here we go. War Machine looks to make a move, doesn't. He backs out. I think it was a very smart decision. I was in panic stations for a minute there. So we've got defeated Damo now. Oh, he's struggling.
He's struggling now, yeah.
Defeated Damo on the back of the Henchman in P9 and 10. On the back of the Jala. And then on the back of War Machine. There is a DRS train going at the moment. And it's all started by Gumbo Kebab sitting in 6th place. Look at the times here.
Oh,
So defeated
Rapid
Damo.
Death to Titan pit. It's unfortunate, Rapid Death.
No! Defeated Damo going for a late dive down the inside, makes contact with the henchman. Luckily there was no damage, no one turned around, but that's I think defeated Damo was starting to drive a little angry after his incident with the Astri.
Maybe.
Daff has left the session. The henchman opens up his DRS. Pajala making a move on War Machine, gets the move done nicely under DRS, takes that turn, now wants to come after Gumbo Kebab, who has now got a 1 second lead to the boys in front here. We've got Jack Sully, who has been overtaken by Cargamer. Sorry guys, I missed that one. I'm just trying to focus on the battle down the back here. Give these boys some time. We've got defeated Damo now, also on the back of War Machine. War Machine must have had a bit of an issue because he's now dropped multiple positions. And War Machine opens up his wing and tries to get the move done on Pajala. Doesn't get it done, but the move is going to be made, going into this hairpin and then into DRS. But J-Rockets currently battling here as well. Nicely done there. J-Rockets lets off. Andy Hannafan still 3/10. So we've got some good close battles going on here. Andy Hannafan must have had a...
Gotten past War Machine.
Excellent.
As
That's
War
what I
Machine
like to
goes
see.
into the pit.
So Stroke Reactor has come out of the pits in front of Cargamer, Jack Sully, J Rockets and Andy Hannafan. Andy Hannafan has now set that fastest lap. So picking himself up that extra point currently, as we see it. But look at that. Jack Sully gets the move, J Rockets gets the move done on Jack Sully, who is on the 20 lap old hards. Andy Hannafan also gets the move done, but there's going to be some shoulders out battling here. And Andy Hannafan gets the move made on Jack Sully, who has had to unfortunately run wide to avoid contact, and then had to back out to allow for no overtaking off the track. So these 20 lap old hards, I think, are now going to start to have a little bit of graining.
Whoa, Pajala in a bit deep behind them both. That's the spot for Henchman. So Henchman's going to get Gumbo up here. Into the straight.
Jack Sully gets a 5 second time penalty for spinning in pit lane. That's not what he needs, being up in the top 5 drivers. Unfortunately. I'll tell you what, Gumbo and the henchman currently in some very good position.
Yes.
For some decent points. J Rockets picks up another 3 second time penalty. Now moving into P1.
And that is now 9
Cargamer going to fight. He's going to get his elbows out. He lets him pass. He knows that he's got a 6 second time penalty. But with that battle, Andy Hannafan, he's played it.
Out of it.
Yeah, I know what he's done. He's played it very smart. He's backed out to be able to get the DRS.
He would have had
Cargamer. That's yeah.
Yeah. The 3 second time penalty.
Very nice exit. Nice smooth exit from Hannafan there. Opens up his DRS. Can he get the run done on... But he's only got 17% ERS.
But he's not using
currently. No, he's not using it. Whereas Cargamer is on 14%. J-Rocket's on 11. So these boys up front here, they're all going to be running low on ERS by the end of this.
Yes.
So Andy Hannafan, I would say right now, is harvesting. The other two boys don't look to be. It's alright. So we move back down here. Defeated Damo currently in 7th. He's working his way back up there. The henchman currently sitting in P5. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. Nothing to worry about.
I'm not sure who that was for though.
Yeah. So Andy Hannafan now all over the back still of Cargamer. We've seen a battle between these two, and it was, like I said at the very beginning, clean and respectful driving. And these three up front, I believe that's what we've seen from from lights out. It's been clean, respectful driving. Hannafan turns on his ERS, turns it back off, uses 5% of it, turns it back on, turns it back on. But he's got the move done on Car Gamer. It was a beautiful move around the outside there.
That was very close. That was very close.
Wasn't it? Right up the back of Jay Rockets. You could practically smell the burning gearbox.
Oh, man. He was right up there. Good pass, though. Good pass.
So this is the battle that we're going to be seeing until the end here. Jay Rockets in P1, Andy Hannafan P2. But I think it's going to be Andy Hannafan P1 purely. I mean, knowing Andy, he's going to want track position.
Correct.
He's going to go. He will want P1 on track. He won't want to give it up to time penalties.
No, he won't.
However, if it comes down to that, he is a very smart guy with his racing. He's very intuitive. He'll sit behind him and take the P1 purely based on points. And look at this. He gets a very nice turn every time into that hairpin.
He's got a
spot
very
on.
nice turnaround. There he goes.
It's just he
Down for the pass.
manages to hit that apex and gets the move done.
Nicely done.
Puts him back into P1. So Car Gamer that is now Jay Rockets has now lost his front wing by the looks of it. So this is going to get dangerous here. Jay Rockets has no front wing. This is detrimental to his and the safety car out. Why is there a safety car?
Virtual.
Oh, okay.
This is
Virtual
debris at the end of the track, yeah.
Yep.
He's just saved himself, basically. Jay Rocket.
Yes and no. Defeated Damo, Henchman, Gumbo into the pits. Kirko into the pits.
He's going on the
War
softs.
Machine into the pits.
So he's Gumbo.
Henchman's gone onto the soft.
And Gumbo.
10 laps soft? I don't think so, lads.
Worth a shot.
Unless you've got to be amazing at your tyre management, but I think they're going to start to drop off near the end. So, look, good luck to them. I hope they can pull it off.
I would not be doing that.
I really do.
I can tell you that much.
No, me either. No. So, Jay Rockets, what's he going to do? He's got to pit, surely.
I would be pitting.
Looks like he's going to. He's straight lining.
Ooh,
what's he doing?
Hannafan as well.
Oh, Hannafan follows him in. Car Gamer now takes on track P1, 17 lap old mediums. Are they going to move to the softs?
Yes.
Defeated Damo, drive through penalty, speeding under, driving. Yeah,
Car
you know what I
Gamer
mean.
has now got 2 second time penalty. Looks like
So we're back to race conditions.
He's going to the end on his hards.
Can't be. 24 lap old hards. They've got to drop off soon. He's waiting for another. He's waiting for another time penalty. For another safety.
Between Car Gamer and Andy Hannafan.
Himself and Car Gamer.
That's a lot of time.
So, on board with Hannafan at the moment. He's going to make a move on Fajala ahead. Kirko now 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. But here we go. Sits behind. He's going to get him under there.
He
gets him out here. Is he going to go wide? Goes around the outside. Fajala squeezes him off track a little tiny bit there, but it was nicely done. Nicely handled by Andy Hannafan. Gets squeezed off track. Andy Hannafan almost loses the car. Ooh, I think that could be worth noting for the stewards there, as Jack Sully now takes advantage of that.
Very.
Yes. I mean, Jack Sully looks to take avoiding action, and now Andy Hannafan picks up the opportunity there and gets Jack Sully back on track.
And all this is helping Car Gamer.
Absolutely. Car Gamer now has a 15 and a half lead to Fajala ahead.
But his tyres was just about ready to go on.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Hannafan now gets the move done under DRS, but Jack Sully is still wanting that position. I think Jack Sully is in a very good position here.
Yes, he is.
He's only on 5 lap old mediums. If Andy can make these tyres go the remainder of this race, then okay, yep, absolutely. But I think it's going to be hard.
Oh,
Whereas Car Gamer, I think he'll need to pit.
he will have to pit.
He's going to have to pit for softs.
Yeah.
And I think while he's got the time now, would have been the best opportunity to do so. So Bajala now drops down to P4 on those 26 lap old hards.
He's just made up a
He's-
second and a half in the first 2 corners.
Yeah. So Bajala's now very squirrely on these tyres. They are very loose on the back end.
Yes.
War Machine 3 second time penalty. Now Jay
He's
Rockets.
just coming down.
Jay Rockets, with the battle he's been having with Andy Hannafan, with the penalties that he has, 9 seconds worth of penalties now currently. So Hannafan will want to pull it within 3 seconds of Car Gamer to take P1. Car Gamer, I think, will take on track P2. Jack Sully on track P3. Jay Rockets, unfortunately, with his time penalties, will be right down there. 9 seconds of time. Oh no, actually no.
It's
Just looking at the time difference now. He's okay.
time difference can lose 1 spot so far.
Yeah.
Because
So we've got 6 runs here currently within DRS of the henchman. Andy Hannafan sets himself 1:13.022. That is a blistering lap during race conditions on those fresh soft tyres. He's now within 12 seconds of Car Gamer ahead. Started out as 14, went up to 16, and then now back down to 11.7. Looking at this time penalties, there's only 1 driver on field.
that one.
Yeah.
That is ending.
So 6 runs. Now right on the back of Henchman. Henchman just needs to stay calm. And Jay Rockets now 12 seconds worth of time penalties. Henchman needs to stay calm. Try and not make any bad moves or decisions. Just let 6 runs past. I think that's a good decision.
Yeah.
Race your own race. There you go. 6 runs goes real wide, real deep, locked up. Look at this. It's just the field is now really spread out. You got Jay Rockets 1.5 seconds behind Jack Sully with a 12 seconds worth of time penalties. Henchman now within 10 seconds of Car Gamer ahead. I think. Who is that? That is 6 runs, now DNF. That could bring out the late safety car, which is exactly what Car Gamer has needed. Car Gamer has needed that. Jack Sully, if he was smart, he would pit 2 to get rid of that 5-second time penalty. But this has now heated up. 5 laps to go. We could be seeing a 2-lap dash. Maybe a 3-lap dash. I doubt it. I think there's going to be a 2-lap dash to the end.
If that was me,
But Car Gamer.
I wouldn't be pitting again.
Well, pitting to what though?
He said sauce, if he's got it. I'm pretty
I
straight
don't think they've got another set. I think in Canada you start with 1 set. No, actually, no, you're right. Sorry, 2 sets. Yeah, no, you're right. Depends on how many softs you use during quali too, though.
I'm pretty sure anything go
I
out
think
2
you
runs.
used. Yeah. Then you should have 2. So yeah, if
No, he's going
going off of Andy's race pace and his abilities to make moves, then yeah, I agree.
Stayed out.
Jack Sully. Car Gamer, Jack Sully and Bajala into the pits. Jack Sully's going to serve his 5-second time penalty. Henchman also into the pits. Is it going to be a double stack because of that 5-second time penalty? No, it's not. Jack Sully gets out of the way, as we can see here. nice stop for the lads in the Papaya. But Car Gamer, fresh softs, 0 lap old softs.
Is that actually correct? Are they really 0 lap old softs, or are they?
Well,
you know?
I think they are. I mean, yeah, I saw Car Gamer go out for 3 runs. I think potentially 4, but he could have used old tyres.
Very true.
So you just never know.
That's right.
I think he's in a good position here.
Oh, I absolutely agree. I'm just questioning whether the new tyres that he put on are indeed new.
Yeah, look, you bring up a very, very valid point. Yeah, Six Flags, you're racing really well there, mate. It's unfortunate, man, it really is. Like I said in chat to Kubistic, mate, we've always got reserve spots open. So put your name down if you want to race. If we've got that spot open, you're more than welcome to join.
Actually, he completed 90%, didn't he?
No, 35. You'd need to have completed 33 laps, I think.
Is that 90% of 35?
I have no idea. Look it up.
I will, right now. Oh no, we commentated cursed him.
Who?
6 runs. We were talking about
meeting the stream next week.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, I heard you lads say 6 runs, so I looked over and ran straight into the wall. You can't do that. Just race your race. Don't focus on what we're saying. So this is going to be, if, and it's a very big if Kirko can hold it for the remainder of this race, this will be the 3rd race in a row that he has finished in the points, and I'm hoping he does. I really am, because he's been very consistent this season.
Yes, he has.
So, on track currently, P1 Andy Hannafan in the Ferrari on 6th lap old softs. Car Gamer in P2 for the Red Bull safety car in this lap on a 1 lap old soft. This is going to be the race to watch.
Yep.
We've got Car Gamer with a 3-second time penalty, and he is going to want to gap Andy Hannafan in 3 laps, 3 seconds, and I just don't think it's going to happen. I really don't.
Here they go.
No. Here we go. So Andy Hannafan gets a nice, decent jump on Car Gamer, already away. 4 tenths up ahead. He's already lost 2 tenths to Car Gamer's already lost 2 tenths to Andy Hannafan. J Rockets 6 tenths behind. With 12 seconds worth of time penalties, this is really going to throw him right down the back of the grid. J Rockets. Oh, who we got here? We got Jack Sully looking at the rear of J Rockets, going to want to make the move. Runs a little wide there, but stays nice and neat. Loses a tiny little bit of time to the driver ahead, J Rockets, but he will have him. I reckon he will anyway, because if we go back to the tyres, J Rockets is only on 2 lap old softs versus Jack Sully. I should say too many J's. Jack Sully, 2 lap old softs versus J's 7 laps. So I think Jack is in a better position, and now penalty free as well. The defeated Damo now in P9 after he was, I still don't know what happened between him and Piastri.
There is a
ticket?
No, not a ticket.
Report?
No report. There's a clipping in Sunday chat of the accident.
From Piastri's point of view?
No, from... Let me see. From 6 runs.
Okay. Jack Sully still all over the back of J Rockets.
cannot say this on stream, but you definitely need to look at the chat after the race.
Oh God, is it
No, it's
not
not.
good
It's not
or?
bad. It's 6 runs. Is
Okay.
yeah. It's
Yep.
alright.
So Jack Sully, he's got the move made on J Rockets ahead. J Rockets now sitting behind. Pajala now wants to enter the battle to get the move made on the driver ahead. DRS has now been enabled on the final lap. Car Gamer is currently 2/10 behind, and he taps him up the rear, gives him a little bit of a love tap and says, "Let me go," which looks like Andy Hannaford's not going to want to. He's going to want to stay in P1 on track, as you would. Car Gamer, 3-second time penalty for him, so he's going to want. I can see what he's trying to do. Jack Sully's going to pick up P2 here. Then, yeah.
And that's it. Target will stay third.
Will, yes.
So Pajala will come into fourth.
No, well, Pajala won't come into fourth. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yep, absolutely. Yes, yep, you're right. So, Car Gamer will get P3 unless he can pull out a full second and a half on this final sector here, which I doubt. And we're going to ride on board with Andy Hannafan as we go through our final sector, past the wall of champions. His name is written all over that wall.
Yes, it is.
And Andy Hannafan takes the victory after 35 laps, gets his first win of the season after being P2 for the last 2 races. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, but now he is up there after going 10 laps on his soft tyres at the end here. Very well done to him. Jack Sully picks up P2 for the Papaya Boys. Car Gamer P3, Pajala P4, Gumbo into a very respectable P5, and his teammate P6 after 12 laps worth of penalties. Defeated Damo goes P7, Henchman P8. Are you able to invite those 3 riders to the party?
Absolutely.
And Jack Sully gets driver of the day.
Definitely deserved. Jack Sully. I can't invite anything. The thing's offline. Oh, there he is.
No, he's on.
Lads, get out there.
Hey, mate, can you just make sure you include your audio for us?
Yep. Yeah.
Just wait for the other boys to jump into chat. We'll wait for Car Gamer to jump in. Make sure I scroll through the finishing positions. So I'm just going to run over the finishing positions here. So Andy Hannafan picks up his first victory of the season with a 1:13.022 for the fastest lap as well. So he picks up that bonus point. So very nice points
and the pole lap
for Andy here, and the pole lap as well. So he's gone for the trifecta.
Yep.
Jack Sully and the McLaren picking up some nice points for the Papaya Boys here, up into P2 after what we thought was a bit of a rough race to start off, but then pulled a recovery drive of the gods today. Car Gamer goes into P3 in the Red Bull, unfortunate for that time penalty, which unfortunately lost him out that position. Pajala into P4, Gumbo Kebab P5, J Rockets, the 2 Alfa Romeos in P5 and 6, defeated Damo P7, the Henchman P8, War Machine P9, Stroker Ace picks up the top 10th position. With Kirko finishing in P11, and then the rest of the drivers from P12 through to P18 unfortunately was a D and F, which is very unfortunate for them, but they come back next week nice and strong. We're going to kick it off with Car Gamer in P3. Car Gamer, mate, you raced a hell of a race. Taking your first stint a fair way through too on those medium tyres. I think it was 19, 20 laps that you went on those mediums. Is that right?
Yeah, it was all right. The race for me. Just disappointed. I got the 3-second time penalty because I think late in the race on those new tyres, probably, had I not had that penalty, I probably would have tried to maybe push a bit harder to go for the win. I'm not saying I would have got the win, but I would have maybe pushed a bit harder, so I would have had a chance. But E3 is still good points.
Well, I mean,
so, yeah.
Absolutely for the Red Bull, and you guys. I mean, both Red Bulls have had some really nice finishings over both leagues on the Sunday and the Tuesday league. So, you know, points is definitely what you need, and you know the battle between you and Hannafan from last race to this race is going to continue to happen throughout the entire season. I can see it now already. That you two are my two drivers to watch in terms of on-track racing because it's respectful, it's clean, it's just racing at its absolute pure finest form. So we love to see that. You're right. Unfortunately, that time penalty did lose you out P2, and I think again you are right. You could have pushed a lot harder, but with Andy Hannafan in P1, the guy is just absolute baller at defending. So I think you would have definitely had a bit of trouble there. Not saying you wouldn't have got the move done, but it's just it would have been hard. You would have chewed your tyres up doing it. But, mate, I think you've raced an absolute stellar of a race today, so congratulations to you. On the podium, all 3 races so far, and that's what we love to see. You've come out of your Tier 1 season championship last season, and you've come into this one with your head in the game, ready to go for another. So keep it up, man. It's a thriller to watch.
Yeah, thanks. Congrats, Andy. That was mega pace.
No, that was fun.
Weekend.
That was so
fun. I think I'm going to have a hard time beating him this season. I think his pace and consistency is just a bit better than me, but I'll give him a bit of a run for his money, and I'll see where we end up at the end of the season.
I think you will. I really think you will. Alright, we move on to P2 with Jack Sully in the McLaren, his first appearance for Wallaby Racing League on the podium here. Bladey, do you want to take this one away with Jack?
Absolutely. How was the race for you, Jack Sully?
It was interesting. The first sort of 3 lap, I think it was the first lap, I got hit from behind. It might have been a Williams without a wing, and he just couldn't brake in time, and he hit me into 3, 4, it might have been. And somehow, I think I was 17th or something, and I just went on the hards, and I thought, because these safety cars were coming out, I thought to keep track position, because it's not easy to overtake in that first sort of 2 sectors, and I was running a higher downforce setup for tyre wear. And yeah, I just found myself in, I think it was 4th or something. I overtook Rafa Bajala, and then it helped with the late safety car.
You looked like you had a lot of pace tonight, mate. Really good to see you come back from that early spin.
Yeah, I felt good, because normally I'm the one sort of spinning by myself, and it's always a fire back, but it's good.
Congrats on the P2, mate.
Thanks.
So again, solid points for McLaren for the Papaya lads there with a P2 and a P8. But we move on to the P1 podium sitter, Andy Hannafan in the Ferrari, back in his Ferrari as a full-time driver. Congratulations, mate. Your first victory of Season 3. How's it feel?
It feels good. The first 2 races I botched the start, so all I had to do this race was not botch the start, and it was mine to lose.
Well, I think you definitely achieved that goal.
I changed the clutch to the left pedal, and it's the left paddle.
Yeah.
So that's
Because you had issues last week
both
with
races.
not going into gear, is that right?
Both races, yeah.
That's right. I remember that. So you've changed the paddle, and that's what's made the difference. So, because halfway through first lap, you already made up, I think it was almost a 1.5 gap between you and the driver behind, which I believe was Rockets and Daff. Yeah, sorry, Daff. And unfortunately for Daff, he was speeding under safety car, so he had to
that's what
take a drive-through.
I saw that.
Yeah, so he had to serve a drive-through penalty because he was speeding under safety car, and he was giving you a bit of a run for the money. But I think in outright pace, you had him all over in terms
I
of.
made that mistake at the Wall of Champions, and then I decided not to fight because if I'm Car Gamer and Jay were fighting behind me, so I thought just to sink in the DRS behind Daff on the better tyres. And then me and Car and J Rocket had an awesome battle again. Us three always get real tight wheel to wheel, and that's what we want.
I mean, the moment I see you three appear up in the standings, I immediately have to switch over to you guys because there's always going to be something fun to watch and special to watch, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because as mentioned, between, like I said it to Car Gamer and I'll say it to you, the driving between you, Car Gamer, and yeah, I'll throw J Rocket in there too, is just so respectful and clean overtakes, clean maneuvers, not going for silly little dives.
Yep.
And it's so good to see such clean racing like that. So, look, man, back in your full-time seat for the red car, which I know from the get-go you were just fanging for. You wanted that seat, and look what happened. Got it.
Yep.
So congratulations, back at it. Everyone wanted to see you back on track as a full-time driver, and you're back.
Yeah, big shout out to you, man. Thanks, man, for watching every week. Hey, Duck, where are we at next week?
Yo, we are. Good question. Very good question.
We're at
Monaco, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's Monaco.
Oh,
Andy's
God, we
favourite.
are. We're at
Favourite.
Monaco.
Yeah, cannot wait.
Shall we
This is
on Sunday?
this is the track that look, it's Andy's for the win. If he can keep it on track, which look, I've seen him around here already from previous races, and the word "goat" comes to mind with this track.
Yes,
for you,
definitely.
it really does. Like I don't know how you can call it. What about Jack and Car Gamer? You guys around Monaco? Are you guys worried? Are you guys excited?
I am.
What's your?
I'm very worried. I think it'll either be a very slow Sunday or a very short Sunday.
Very quick Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot
What
of
about
options.
yourself?
Actually
Car?
excited but nervous. Like on the old game, I sucked, but since switching to wheel, I'm finding like the hairpins and stuff a lot easier to do. So
Hell of a lot easier,
I think I think actually Monaco I'm decent at, but yeah, I think again I think Andy it's Andy's race to lose there. But if I can try and be best of the rest, that'll be good.
I mean, going back to Andy and Monaco, season 1, Andy was caught up in an incident which ruined his race for, I think it was with Watto?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, with Watto. And that unfortunately took that away from him.
Yeah, I've been waiting two
Season
seasons
two.
for this.
Season 2, we removed Monaco from the calendar. Season 3, he was begging, and we as admins all decided, yeah, we've got to give it to him. He's out for blood. He wants redemption. It's almost a Daniel Ricciardo moment with Monaco. So that's the way I'm putting it down to. But I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to call it, because I think watching the battles on track for Monaco, even though it's a very hard track to overtake on, there's going to be something special there, for sure.
There's always a lot going on in the onboards.
That's it. Well, lads, thank you very much for joining. Congratulations to all three of you again. Andy taking out the pole position, taking out the race, and taking out fastest lap. Jack Sully taking out the driver of the day, and Car Gamer Mate taking out P3. Congratulations to all three of you. Hell of a race between you lads. We love to see it. Bring on next week in Monaco.
Have a good night, lads.
Thanks, lads. See you.
See you guys.
Cheers.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of Wallaby Racing League here around Canada. 35 laps, some interesting battles, some interesting manoeuvres. I think there's going to be some teammates that are a little bit unhappy.
Just a few. There's also going to be a couple of incident reports, I believe.
definitely going to be some incident reports. I'm waiting for that coming now. I'm waiting for that to hit my. Oh, yep, I've already looked. There's already some incident reports coming in.
Okay.
So look, it's going to be something that is going to be a fun one for the stewards to look at. But I digress. It's league racing. It's not going to be the cleanest thing in the world. We see it in esports. That's never clean, unfortunately. But we move on. Canada next week. Chaos ensues. If you thought that this race was hectic at the end or chaotic at the end, or if you thought the previous races were chaotic at the end, that maybe that MX Slinney dive bomb, well, next week is going to be bigger. So join us here in Monaco next week. Join us on Tuesday night as Gumbo Kebab and Kirko hit the comms box and go another 35 laps around Canada for the boys on Tuesday. And then also join in again for our Friday night stream where we wrap up the week's worth of racing for both leagues. Some highlight reels. We'll bring in some interviews this week, and we'll get something special going on. Thank you very much for joining, guys. We'll talk to you all very